Every glass of water you drink almost certainly contains at least one molecule that was once drunk by Cleopatra. The probability is near 100%. Half of Earth's water may have formed before the sun existed, traveling through space as ancient interstellar ice. There are no recorded cases of marathon runners dying from dehydration, but plenty of cases of runners dying from drinking too much water.
It takes 10 times more energy to heat water than to heat the same mass of iron. Water is one of the hardest substances on Earth to heat.
Ice cubes look white because of trapped oxygen and impurities. Boil the water before freezing it, and you'll get perfectly clear ice cubes.
In Hong Kong, about 80% of residents flush their toilets using seawater, saving millions of gallons of fresh water daily.
It takes 2,700 liters of water to produce the cotton for a single t-shirt. The most basic piece of water left out overnight tastes stale because it absorbs carbon dioxide from the air, forming a weak carbonic acid that changes the flavor. There is a reservoir of water beneath the Earth's surface, 3 times the volume of all the world's oceans combined. English rivers called Avon, Axe, Esk, Exe, and Ouse all mean simply river or water in ancient languages. They were named. At least 22 million gallons of water is trapped inside plastic bottles thrown into landfills every year in the US alone. It takes 50 glasses of water to grow the oranges needed to make just 1 glass of orange juice. Juice is incredibly water-intensive. More than 1 billion people still do not have access to fresh water. 1 in every 8 people alive right now is without safe drinking water. Polluted water kills children at a rate equivalent to a fully loaded jumbo jet crashing every 4 hours.
Living near water, ocean, lake, or river measurably makes you calmer, happier, and more creative. Blue space heals the mind.
In 2013, water overtook soda as America's most popular beverage for the first time in over 20 years. It takes 2,700 liters of water to produce the cotton for a single t-shirt. The most basic piece of
It takes 37 gallons of water to grow the coffee beans and process them for just 1 cup of coffee.
California's water system is the world's largest, managing over 40 million acre-feet of water per year across the most complex network on Earth.
The red eyes you get in a swimming pool aren't from chlorine. They're from chlorine binding to bacteria and waste in the water.
The average shower wastes 20 gallons of water. A quick 5-minute shower uses roughly the same water as a full bathtub.
Approximately 70% of all fresh water used by humans globally goes to agriculture and livestock, not drinking.
The number of water molecules in just 10 drops of water equals the number of all the stars in the entire observable universe. Scientists believe cats fear water because their ancestors evolved in desert regions with no large bodies of water and never needed to swim. Up to half the water on Earth may have originated from interstellar ice.
The United States uses less water today than it did in 1970, despite having 120 million more people. Efficiency improved that much.
In 2013, 2 physicists actually managed to tie water into knots, real liquid water, tied in an actual knot. It held briefly.
The average American golf course consumes 312,000 gallons of water every single day.
One man in India single-handedly revived 5 rivers and brought water back to 1,000 villages using ancient water preservation techniques.
You can save 2,190 gallons of water per person per year by flushing the toilet just once a day instead of multiple times.
Washing dishes by hand uses almost 7 times more water than a modern dishwasher. The machine is dramatically more efficient than the human.
Your skin is 64% water, muscles are 79% water, and even your bones are 31% water.
It takes up to 2,900 gallons of water to produce a single pair of jeans, from growing the cotton to finishing the fabric.
Giraffes can go longer without drinking water than camels can. The animal famous for desert survival is not actually the water champion.
At the top of Mount Everest, water boils at just 71 degrees Celsius, not 100.
Only 0.000% of all water on Earth can actually use it. The world record for holding your breath underwater is 22 minutes and 22 seconds. A human being
Underwater.
for 22 minutes.
A machine exists that converts human waste into clean drinking water and electricity simultaneously, using just heat and pressure. The expiration date on water bottles is for the bottle, not the water. The plastic degrades and leaches chemicals, not the water itself.
The world's first vending machine dates back to the 1st century AD. It accepted a coin and dispensed holy water automatically.
86% of holy water tested in Austria contained fecal bacteria, mostly from people's unwashed hands dipping in. Faith meets hygiene.
Hot water can actually freeze faster than cold water under certain conditions, a phenomenon that still baffles scientists today.
20% of all the world's unfrozen fresh water is in a single Russian lake, Lake Baikal.
Water is actually a very faint shade of blue, not colorless. The blue comes from weak light absorption at the red end of the spectrum.
Water only constitutes 0.07% of the Earth by mass. The planet that's covered in ocean is almost entirely rock and metal. Each foot contains about 250,000 sweat glands, and both feet together can produce half a pint of moisture every single day. About 75% of human feces is actually water. The thing you flush away is 3/4 liquid. 2/3 of all water used in the average home is used in the bathroom, not the kitchen, not the garden. The bathroom dominates.
Cold water is actually heavier than hot water. Temperature directly affects water's density. Cold water packs molecules closer together.
There is a water reservoir floating in space equivalent to 140 trillion times all the water in Earth's oceans.
Only 1% of all the water on Earth is drinkable. The rest is salt water or locked in ice. Just 1%.
90% of all the world's fresh water is in Antarctica. The driest continent is also the world's largest freshwater reservoir.
Your bones are 31% water. Even the hardest parts of your body are almost 1/3 water.
An average swimming pool loses 1,000 gallons of water per month to evaporation alone. Your pool is constantly disappearing into the sky.
In Peru, there is a billboard that creates drinkable water from thin air.
Nearly 700 million people in China drink contaminated water every day. That's twice the entire population of the United States.
About 1 in 9 people on Earth lack access to clean water. While you're watching this, over 800 million people have no safe water.
Pure water does not actually conduct electricity. It's the dissolved minerals and impurities that carry the current, not the water itself.
People in Africa and Asia walk an average of 3.7 miles every single day just to collect water.
The average toilet uses 6 liters of perfectly clean drinking water every single flush. Clean enough to drink, sent straight down the drain.
3.4 million people die every year from water-related causes. More deaths than from war, violence, and terrorism combined. Which water fact changed how you'll think next time you turn on the tap? Drop the number below. Subscribe below. More drops coming.